right, John, I know it's your first day here at NSA. We're going to get you up to date on what kind of stuff we're looking at, what kind of footage we're receiving, and show how we sort through the threats from the non-threats, and we'll get you all caught up here, all right?
All right, who's the first suspect?
We don't disclose names or locations. All you need to know is that these are very high-priority terrorist threats, all right? They are of the utmost national security, and I expect they be treated as such, all right? These are all from personal computers, laptops, and phones, okay? So we're going to take a look at these, and you tell me what you think, all right? Play the first clip.
All right.
I see, so they're giving us these cases today. I hate Mondays. Well, you're just gonna have to push through it, son, and I'm gonna try to teach you anyway, all right? So, when they have the national security, utmost threats, they bring in the best.
We're the best?
Of course not. It's your first day, John. Slow down here.
I didn't think so.
Well, let's see, what do we have next here? This one right here. It's a young man in a little bit of trouble. We want to monitor these very closely, all right? So roll this clip. Nope, another dud. They keep signing these in here. I wish Walters would stop doing that.
All right.
Well, it seems everything today we've had hasn't been of much use, but I hope you're getting the gist of what goes on. We got another clip here for you. See if this one is a little bit more high priority. Roll this tape.
Yeah.
Well, hello there, Mr. Mittens. Would you like some tea? Oh, how about you, Mr. Snooker Wilkins? What's it? That's what he said to you? Oh, you have the best gossip, Mr. Snooker Wilkins. Oh, I love you so much.
Especially crazy cat lady. Mark that one down as terrorist threat. Wait, it says we have one more here. Ooh, this is a good one. You like this. We haven't seen one of these since the 80s. It's apparently a group of individuals being exposed to communist ideals. These keep popping up lately, so let's roll the clip and see what we got here. Looks horrible. I don't know how they stand it. It's awful.
That looks horrible.
Well, John, I think you got quite the education here today. Thanks for working with us. All right, this next game we have will involve all of our players and is called World's Worst, and in it we will have a series of one-liners that will be prompted by a theme given from the audience. So our first theme will go something like this: World's Worst Restaurant. So we're going to do the first one with World's Worst Restaurant, so you see how it goes, and then we'll get a theme from you guys. Any of our players will jump up at any point and say their one-liner and then go back, so it'll be quick fire. All right. World's Worst Restaurant, and scene.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Stray dog, literally.
If you like gas station sushi, now we have public restroom sushi.
Bob's Barf Shack. Mike's Barf Shack.
So that's how this game works. It'll be a quick set of ones. So the next prompt we have will be world's worst pickup line from a blank. And you are going to give us the blank. So, do I see anyone who has a word? From a bird. World's worst pickup line from a bird. And scene.
You can sit in my nest anytime.
Tweet, tweet.
Don't fly away too fast.
You ruffle my feathers.
All right, another world's worst pickup line from a clown. I like that one. World's worst pickup line from a clown.
That's a pretty big nose you have.
You know what they say about guys with big shoes?
Hold on a sec here. Ah, this is the best first date ever.
You know what they say about guys with red shoes?
All right, one more world's worst pickup line from a blank. World's worst pickup line from a Amish person. And scene.
Do you like my beard?
Sometimes the old ways are best.
Those plain clothes look really good on you.
Do you want to come over and watch a movie?
You push all my homemade wooden buttons.
You can milk my cow.
Enough of that one. The last one we're gonna do is gonna be world's worst
Hallmark holiday.
Hallmark holiday. So we're gonna do world's worst Hallmark holiday. And scene.
Happy Appreciate a Ginger Week.
Visit an inmate day.
Timmy has a new daddy Tuesdays.
Weak bladder week.
Timmy has 2 mommies and 4 daddies.
And scene. That was world's worst. This next game is called Human Puppets, and we will have Alec and Adam enact a scene in which they cannot move at all. They are just marionettes, and we're going to need 2 people from the audience to move them and do all of their body motions for them in the scene. So if I am Adam's puppet master, he can only move if I move his arm, or I lift his head, or I can leave him staring at a rock the whole time if I want. And I kick his foot once to make him step forward. And Adam will provide all the dialogue for the scene, as will Alec. So will you guys go pick your puppeteers?
Mrs. Hughes, I pick you.
All right, we need a suggestion for a location for this scene. A location and a relationship.
Paris, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend.
Paris. Let's get something different than ex-boyfriend, because I know we'll immediately dissolve into punching each other in the face. Paris, and they are... Adam is a top Paris chef training Alec on the first day at the job. And scene.
So do I put the chives in over here?
Nope.
Or
Watch my hands-on demonstration. You got to rub yourself in butter to be at one with the butter. It's all about the butter, my friend. All about the
oh
butter.
god.
Okay.
This
It's
isn't
also good
America.
hair oil, if you never knew.
Oh my god, I feel so exfoliated. But shouldn't we be cooking?
Well, you know, you don't want to rub your hair in the fire. That would be a little dangerous. Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna
Here we
grab this. I have this.
Here we go. We
I have this
pray
spaghetti.
that the stove's working. It hasn't been since the 1500s, but okay. Give me the salt there. The salt.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, we got the salt. Got the pepper. The pepper. Okay.
I'm gonna chop some.
We like pepper. We like pepper here too. Okay. Little pepper on the dog. Okay. Okay. Now we stir it all up. Gotta stir it all up. Okay. I'm sort of moving the plates here. It's all about the multi-plate cooking.
How long do I stir this? You know. How about counterclockwise?
It's all on personal preference. It depends on how much butter you have that day. Because if you have butter, you're using butter. Remember? Good boy. Okay. So.
Should we prepare the cat now?
The cat?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Right. I forgot we were hired.
It was a cat and dog.
Okay.
sort of, you
Okay.
know.
Up, Mr. Scruffins. All right.
Oh,
yeah.
He's so soft.
He's so soft, and that's why he'll take well to the butter. Okay, you gotta tenderize him first. Gotta be tenderized. Okay. Okay. And we don't want him to be lonely in the pan. There's a rat there. There's a rat there. The rat isn't as soft, but he doesn't need to be buttered.
How about this bundle of rat tails?
Well, it can't help add a little more proteins. Now, you know what they always say? If you put a frog in boiling water, it'll jump out. But if you put a cat and pet it very heavily, well, you'll get a very nice pancake in a couple of hours.
And scene. Thank you, puppeteers. Excellent.
All right, and welcome back. The next game we are going to be playing is called Challenge. Now, this is an intellectual debate with three highly esteemed intellectuals who will introduce themselves momentarily. But I need a topic for the debate from the audience. Can I get any suggestions, please? Cirrus Tower or Willis Tower? Very, very interesting topic to be picked for this debate. They will have 2 minutes to completely argue and fight and debate. Thank you, Abe.
Nice word.
I will have the three gentlemen introduce themselves right now.
I'm Earl Wackmore, and I'm a property developer in Chicago.
Hi, I'm Chad Stevens. I'm an architect from the Midwest. I work on skyscrapers primarily. It's my primary line of work.
I've been living off that block since the 30s.
All right. So they will have 2 minutes, and I would like intellectual number one to step up, and you can start now.
Some people call it Sears Tower. Some people call it Willis Tower. But I don't call it either one of those things. I have my own special name for it, which I will explain to you momentarily. I call it Earl Tower, because that's my name. I name it after myself. Why let someone else decide what the tower should be named?
Challenge. The builder of the tower should be able to decide the name.
Very true. Continue intellectual number two.
Now, the Sears Tower, as it should be known, is called the Sears Tower because of the shape of the pillars on the inner constructs of the tower. Now, these pillars soar upwards to the sky, hence the Sears and the S's in the soaring motion
challenge?
of the...
Actually, it's not because of the pillars. I believe it's because of the Sears Roebuck Corporation who built the tower.
Correct. Intellectual number one. Continue.
He said that, you know, whoever built it, it's called Willis Tower. Did the Willis family build the tower? No. The Sears people, they built the tower. But I'm not related to Sears, and I'm not promoting them. I'm just promoting me.
Challenge. You've got to respect money. The Willis family paid good money for that tower.
Very, very true. I am a distant cousin.
I respect negotiation. And what you really have to think of is the celebrity metaphor in the name of this tower. You've got Bruce Willis or Britney Spears.
Challenge. No one likes Bruce Willis anymore.
I am a diehard fan of Bruce Willis. Continue intellectual.
And who likes Britney Spears? Now.
Challenge. The answer is no one.
That unfortunately is very true.
Now, many of us were very sad when Britney Spears didn't release another album, but that's besides the point.
Challenge. That is besides the point.
Very true. You have 1 minute.
Did I ever tell you about the time I saw Britney Spears in Earl Tower? It was one of the most monumentous days of my life.
Challenge. She was in the Sears Tower, thank you.
The topic of this debate is to figure out what the tower is called. I believe that you just called it a specific object. Carry on, intellectual number one.
The Earl Tower is very tall, and that's what sets it apart from many of the...
You said he called it a specific object. Obviously, it was named after the Sears Roebuck Corporation, and corporations are people, too.
Thank you, intellectual number three. Carry on.
Now,
45 seconds.
carry on, my Willis Sears. There will be peace when you stop making shares. Now, the name of this
Challenge.
Whoa, rock, paper, scissors it out, boys.
I'm a distant relative of the Sears Roebuck Corporation because they are people.
I challenge that challenge. They are dirty money launderers. The Sears Corporation is a conglomerate of evil business.
Could I counter-challenge that? The Sears company doesn't have any money, so obviously that's not really working out too well.
All right, I loved it. Go ahead.
Do you know how much it costs to rename it the Willis Tower?
Challenge, I do. It's $14 billion.
Very true.
Now, this high cost just to name a
30
tower
seconds.
that is in such pristine condition that we all love to see on a daily basis is well worth it, but I think not necessary considering how great the original name was.
20
The
seconds.
Sears Tower.
The original name wasn't that great. That's why I call it something different.
Very true. Good point.
If the original name were that great, I wouldn't have changed the name myself. Like the time when
15.
I used spray paint to change the Sears Tower name right in front on Wacker Drive.
10.
Challenge, that is an illegal action. Graffiti will not be tolerated in this debate.
Very true. We will have the cops by momentarily.
Now, if one was to graffiti a beautiful picture of the Sears Tower, that would be
5.
quite acceptable.
Challenge. No one's talking about graffiti here. This is an intellectual debate. Let's move on.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know why my colleague brought
3.
up graffiti. It's really not appropriate in a debate like
Challenge,
this.
graffiti is always appropriate.
Intellectual number 1 is the winner.
The song's called Waiting in Vain. That I see us crumbling. I call out your name in a darkened room. I'd stand alone. I followed it back to the wall where you unplugged your phone. And I'll stay awake. And I'll stay awake. We can fall so far and never leave your place. When you start to shake, when your hands grow cold and your eyes stare off into space, and I got you. Why don't you understand me when you're falling? Well, I'm still waiting in vain. Well, I'm still waiting in vain. Hold right there for me, the last image I will ever see. Don't forget to leave the door wide open when you come crashing to me. And I taste you on my tongue, but I don't know where this went wrong. I started it over in my head, but some pieces are now all gone. Now it all seems fake. Loaded questions fall like tears on your face. The ground starts to quake, turning unmarked scars into crashing cars in the place. And I got you. Why don't you understand me when you're falling? Well, I'm still waiting in vain. Well, I'm still waiting in vain. Hold right there for me, the last image I will ever see. when I win. I got you, why don't you understand me when you're falling? Well, I'm still waiting. Well, I'm still waiting. Hold right there for me, the last image I will ever see. Don't forget to leave the door wide open. Will you come crashing to me? 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 You come crashing to me. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the dating game. In this game, we will have a bachelorette who is in a soundproof room over there, and she's going to come in here and choose one of these three lovely men as her date. So this first man, he shall be a personal trainer. And then this man will be a Native American. And that final man over there will be every person in Mary Poppins.
Well, howdy. My name's Dixie Dolly. Hello, handsome bachelors. All right. Okay. So, I have questions for you. Bachelor number one. If we were to go on a romantic date, where would you take me?
Well, you see, I would take you someplace where we could get our workout fix first and work off that meal we're gonna be having, and get you glammed up before our date. You think that'd be nice?
Oh, romantic. Bachelor number two, same question.
I take you on big horse, across tall prairie, to where pine tree touch blue sky. Then we pitch teepee, and then we come back.
Well, that sounds like a right good time there. Bachelor number three.
Well, I would take you, as is my job, I'd take you high above London, and we would take our brooms and we'd go high above all the chimneys and we'd sweep the chimneys because that is my job and that is what I love doing, and therefore it's what I would love to do with you. And you have the nice night sky there, and about halfway through some penguins would switch us out for some white and red striped coats. That's how we go, that's my job, you know?
I know. I might even start talking in your accent because it's just so riveting. All right. Let's see. Second round of questions. All right. I thought of that quick now, didn't I? Bachelor number one. If you had a book about your life, what would it be about?
It'd be called The Skinniest Around. That's what it'd be called.
I better be in that book, honey bunches. All right, bachelor number two.
Sitting Bear no read. Sitting Bear has stick that tells story of life.
Does that does that have pictures in it?
It has notches on stick. It depicts the great fire god. It depicts how we came across Great Prairie and the hunt of the bison.
I like you, bachelor number two. You're original. Bachelor number three.
Well, my book should begin with the merry prologue, and then it should tell the story of two wonderful, wonderful children, and it would contain only one word, for it is the word that I know best. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I love how you just changed your gender all of a sudden. I wish I knew how to do that. I don't know. Should I ask another round of questions?
I think so.
All right. You guys are very confusing. Question number 3. If you could have a title for your life, like a movie title or something like that, what would the title of your life be?
I think it'd be called Project Runway, the project where I get people ready for the runway. That's what it'd be called.
Bachelor number 2.
Sitting Bear and Bison. You tell story of great God, come and out of clay make little Sitting Bear. And that it tells story of my life and my hunt of buffalo.
I don't want to know what you did to that buffalo, good friend. Bachelor number 3.
Well, we tell the story of the lovely lady who came in and gave us sugar. And it would be called Bouncing Off the Walls, the Umbrella Years.
All right.
Have you made your decision?
Yeah, I think bachelor number 3 is confusing me to no end. I'm gonna start with bachelor number 1. I really don't need a weight trainer in my life. I am as slim as heck. So,
Honey, you couldn't handle me.
all right. And I'm just gonna take a wild stab at bachelor number 3. Are you the characters from Mary Poppins? I'm gonna take that as a yes. But I am severely in love with bachelor number 2. I love Indians and history, so you mine now.
You my third squaw wife.
This song's called All I Want.
Do you ever think of those times your eyes were open wide and you were standing alone that night, not a star was left in the sky, and I held it all down for you when I could not find, and I still wait around for you to change your mind. So late, I didn't want it to end this way, and you should leave and don't turn around or bother to look back on this, and you should know that I burned that list of all the things that I'll miss. But I still hold it down for you when I cannot find, and I still wait around for you to change your mind. All I wanted to say when I caught that night so late. this way.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.